When it goes live, I got Ayou guys, it's Charlie, and today we got joining us. We got Reg over here. We got Gold Eagle down below. So how's everybody doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. We're still recuperating on this side. We're still recuperating. It was a great time, but it was very very taxing on this old body of mine.
What's up, Kate? How you doing? Yeah, I'm still recovering myself and trying to get everything organized and straightened out and ready to go to start running. I have a bunch of dirt that I got to go through yet. There's a few things that I forgot to grab and bring with me, so there's those things that are going to have to get packed up as well. Got some really cool stuff to show off. I have a bunch of pickers and nuggets from different locations that we went to throughout the whole entire trip. I have hats. I have some really cool stone knife that I have to give a shout out to Native Arizona Adventures for getting that one for me.
That thing's beautiful, man. Oh, nice.
You can't imagine.
I wish.
how sharp these things are.
Yeah, they're like
This is-
super sharp.
Cut you in a second, man. Unbelievable how the craftsmanship that the guy who made these and how sharp he made them. What was that? What was his name? Dan?
Mountain Man Dan.
Mountain Man Dan. Unbelievable.
What's up, Casey? How you doing?
I'll have to look into getting one eventually.
And his prices were extremely reasonable. I mean, for that mahogany obsidian knife just by itself was $35.
Not bad.
And then
wonder if he can ship it internationally.
It's something that like I would have to get a hold of Jericho because he's got all of his information and stuff, and so does Elijah, I believe. And we can get a hold of him to see what he can do.
Yeah, it's something I'll look into later on. Got a few investments I need to make first.
You could get a hold, talk to Jericho about it because he said he's going to be going down there more often than not, a few times, and he'll probably run into Dan. So if you're interested, talk to Jericho.
Yeah, we'll do.
I got to ship. In fact, I have Native Arizona Adventures knife that he couldn't take on the plane, so I have to ship it to him. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to pack it up before it gets thrown around. I don't want it busted up. I'm going to insure it no matter what.
What I would do is I would use like a bunch of bubble wrap around the blade itself, then put it like in another envelope, like one of the old sticker mill ones. Then close that up, and then pack it into like a flat rate box.
But I have the antler set too.
Oh,
I would wrap
yeah,
it in leather. Wrap it in leather. Keep the blade safe, man.
I'm thinking. See, this is everything I got. These are this is the arrowhead that he's got that I did. I got some styrofoam, but it's the antlers that gotta be. I want to safeguard. I can always wrap up. I got the blade wrapped up. I'm going to put it in more stuff to wrap it up, but I don't want this being broke. That's the only thing. And it's got to be in a big enough box.
Yeah, Mrs. Native Arizona Adventures says packing peanuts.
I was thinking packing peanuts, yeah. I have bubble wrap and I have some styrofoam, but I think I'm gonna go for the peanuts. Is she here?
Yeah, she's in chat.
Oh, all right. I see Mona's here, Bacchus is here, WK's here, PA's here. Whole bunch of great people, man. Marcy Collins in the house. All right.
Yeah, we got 22 awesome people in the chat joining us. What's up, Bacchus? How you doing?
Really shiny gold in the house.
Hey, HD.
What's up, HD?
HD Shovelhead. Yeah, how you doing? I was watching your video the other day.
So yeah, just so everybody knows, from like this trip, I have a total of like 12 videos I have to edit up and put together. And there's still one video from before the trip that I'm working on. So that one will come out, and then the rest of the trip will come out in succession. And then as content comes in as well, they'll be going in succession. So just giving everybody a heads up and what to expect and what's coming on. So there's going to be a lot of cool content that you guys are going to get to see.
And I'm going to give you an update about the trip and all the videos that I didn't take because everybody else was taking so many videos. I decided I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to be in the videos, and I'm not going to bother putting the content out because it's all going to be out there anyway. So forgive me, and I'm just too tired after all the excitement out there, and my phone wouldn't have done a good job anyway. So, but you'll see me in everybody else's content because I was there.
Oh yeah.
I figured let them all do their thing, and I'm just going to enjoy myself, which I did very much so.
I'm doing all right, DC, on the job hunt. Been to a bunch of interviews, got a bunch of other interviews set up, so it's just a process to go through. What's up, Guido? How you doing?
Oh, Guido's in the house. How you doing there, Guido?
Really Shiny Gold wants to know, Joe, how many times you been hunting for gold in the desert?
In the desert?
Dubby?
I've only been hunting for gold. This was my second time. The first time I went up to 406 Miners claim in Montana, and I've been down to South Carolina. Never been in the desert.
You mean North Carolina?
North Carolina. I'm sorry. Yeah, North Carolina. So those are my. I've only been doing this prospecting, to tell you the truth, for a little over a year, and never had the chance. I've been out west. I've been out to Colorado and just Colorado, I believe. and Arizona. I've been out to Arizona also, but I've never. At that time, I wasn't into prospecting. Sorry to say, but why, you going to invite me out there? I'll come out there if my wife lets me.
Hey, the Bud Files.
What's up, Guido?
Well, we'll try. We'll see what we can come up with if I can get out there. I gotta make a few trips with the wife, though. I promised her. She told me if I'm going on this 10-day excursion, that I have to take her somewhere like down to the Caribbean. So that's my next. I know there's no gold down there, but I got to keep her happy, and she deserves it anyway.
Joe, there's gold down there. You just got to dive for it.
Oh yeah, well.
No, bring a metal detector. Look for pirate booty.
Exactly, that's what I mean. There's gold down there. You just got to dive for it.
Pirate
there
booty.
might be some buried on the island. You just got to look for them hidden chests that they buried.
And you'll see my dirty butt getting locked up down there somehow for doing that.
Just tell them you're a historian. You're there to look for doubloons to prove the theory about pirates burying their treasure.
All right.
And if you find a doubloon, ask them for a percentage of the value. Donate it to the local history museum. I'm sure they'll give you monetary incentive, you know?
And I'll tell them that Reg sent me, right?
You scratch their back, they'll scratch yours.
They'll lock mine up.
Hey, that doubloon could bring them millions of dollars in revenue from people coming to see it.
Right? Or just people coming out to see if they can find one themselves.
Well, you see, what I would do if I found the doubloon, then I'd stick it in my pants pocket, and then I'd take it. I tried to get it on the airplane, and when a metal detector goes off, then they arrest me for trying to steal it. That's what's going to happen.
Tell them you bought it at a cheap souvenir shop. It's fake.
Hey, Scott Sharp's in the house. How you doing there, Scott? How's the
hand doing?
How's old Lefty doing over there, or righty? Is it righty or lefty?
It's going good over here, Brad Welsh. Yourself?
Ready? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm thinking about. I need suggestions for a household sluice, because I don't think I can pan out those 30 pounds of dirt that I brought home with me.
Yeah, it took you 2 days to do the one bucket, and now imagine all the bags and stuff. Yeah, you got through. You're looking at least a week of dirt.
and that stuff from North Carolina Treasures, the dredge. That stuff is real organic too.
Yeah, really shiny gold already said what we were talking about backstage there.
You know, the geosluice, yeah. Geosluice. I'm going to look into that geosluice. I'm going to write that down, in fact, so I don't forget. I got that little geosluice, the bucket sluice. That's from geosluice. So
yeah, but you're talking about getting a wider one so you can run more material at a time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll look at them, but that thing works pretty good. I put a little mat on the top of that geosluice, and it works good, but it doesn't handle volume.
It was helping us clean up cons while we were at the campsite there too.
Yeah. Geosluice. Before I forget. I cleaned up over here and I rearranged everything. Now I can't find nothing.
Right, yeah, we're in the process of reorganizing like pretty much the whole entire house, getting rid of stuff that we don't need no more, and it's like spring cleanup here.
Been doing the same here.
So we're doing all that stuff right now, and everything is like everywhere.
My wife was doing spring cleaning yesterday, and I found myself sitting out by the garbage can. Nobody got that. Nobody got that, right? Okay, all right.
Thought you were.
I'm here all week, though. You know.
I think Casey and Josh are going to see Scars May 11th.
Yeah, they were talking about it last night. They're having a trip out there. A West Coast treasure fam, spring dirt fling, something to that effect.
Hey, David.
Yeah, so that would be interesting to see all the content and videos that come out from that.
Oh yeah, I was meaning I was meaning to ask Josh how different it is from Arizona prospecting. You know, I know he's done prospecting for gold out there, as opposed to East Coast prospecting. If there was much of a difference between the desert and the rivers that we had, the little creeks that we have around here.
I don't think there would be much of a difference because you're still reading like the way that the water flows, how it carries the material, and how it's deposited. So it would be the same process. It's just one has water and the other doesn't.
Yeah, but it was nice. Me and him were sitting. We took our chairs after we got all the cons out from the river, you know, and then we went down there, put our chairs in the water, and just sat down there and panned all our cons out. It was nice, cool, refreshing, very nice. Had a good time doing that. I think he got like 1,800 views on a short video that he made of us doing that.
Yeah, I think Really Shiny Gold had an answer there. It says desert is more wild because of the monsoons. And that makes sense because they get more torrential pours and stuff like that, and all the water flowing down from the mountains that are pushing through there. So material will move different locations where you would not expect it to.
Well, I actually seen on the news over here in New York about all the snow melts and the torrential downpours they've had out there in the western states, and it moved a lot of gold, and people are out there panning right now because it moved a lot of gold around, washed it all around. So get out there, all you West Coasters.
Yeah, if I was able to get out there, I would. Because I know a few good places to go check out from where I lived, and it's like within that area, and it's like out in the middle of BFE. Because the creek where I'm thinking about going used to be like the swimming hole that you would have to bike like 4 miles one way and then 2 miles out into like the middle of nowhere to get to.
I have to wait till the end of July to go out west. Going back out to BC.
Bacchus, to answer your question, not me, but yes. We one of the guys showed up from Moonshiners at the campground there. He heard, I don't know how word got out. Supposedly we were on a radio station that we were coming down there, and word got out, and he showed up, and I believe Jericho got a little bit of that to take home.
Yeah, and from what I saw, it looked pretty. The only shine I brought home was the gold.
Bacchus, I gave that up 30. About 33 years ago. So it just slipped my mind. I didn't think about it. I see Asakura Mining in the house. You better get that sluice out there going. There's a lot of gold out there in your area, man.
Scott Sharp
What's
just
happening
picked
there?
got his first picker out of the cons from the creek from Lucky Strike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was a lot of awesome pickers that came out of that material.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Some nice size gold.
Yeah, but it's not like it was all uniform and one sized. I mean, there was like pickers, and then there was smaller chunks, and then you had your flour gold and everything like that in there. It was like it looked super authentic. So
From one extreme to the other, yeah. Yeah.
And then like you can see like right from where we were camping where they were digging the material right out of the creek.
Oh.
Which was also really cool. What's up? 9 Finger Mining?
Hey, Creed.
Hey. 9 Finger Mining. How you doing, man? 9 Finger Mining. We got you up there on the board somewhere. Yeah, we do. Yeah. .406, you been out there? You been up to the claim yet or what? What's the deal? How many shinies you get so far? I know you've been up there. Opening day was last 2 weeks ago.
Well, it also depends on the weather that's rolling through that area, because if you think about where he's going, the water's going to be coming down the hills pretty hard and heavy if they got weather moving through that area.
Taking a quick safety break. I'll be right back.
Sounds good there, Reg. Yeah.
Anybody else been out doing any digging, exploring?
West Coast, best coast. I was hoping that I can talk to Josh, because I was wondering if I put quartz in muriatic acid, would that just eat it up, or would it clean it up?
See, I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to take a couple of pieces of quartz that I got from the tailings, small pieces, and throw it in a little bit of muriatic acid just to see what happens with it, because I forgot. I know I got them crystals, very nice crystals, that I'm gonna probably show you tomorrow night, and I didn't want to put them in the acid just in case I destroyed them, so I wanted to find out first.
Yeah, really shiny gold has an answer there for you, Joe.
I
says
see.
Muriatic
Right.
only cleans the iron from the quartz, not strong enough to eat it.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to take I have a handful of quartz, little, you can't see, little quartz rocks that I pulled out of the tailings, and I was going to throw them in a little bit of muriatic acid. So we'll probably do that tomorrow, and we'll have an answer for you tomorrow night. Unless
Joe.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's good information to know. Thanks for letting us know about that really shiny gold.
Yeah, I don't know much much about the chemical sides of all of this stuff. I'm just learning. That's why I ask. I ask questions.
Well, that's the only way you learn too, is by asking questions.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've told my kids that ever since they're growing up. The only way you're going to find out is to ask questions. There's never a stupid question. Didn't show it running the sluice. Make sure you use baking soda to neutralize the acid. No. Yeah, the first time I don't know what I use it for. I use it for something. But yeah, they told me to make sure you have baking soda standing by and do it outside.
Yeah, it's so you can neutralize the acid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like DC said, there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Well, muriatic acid isn't a very. It's not like sulfuric acid or anything. It's not really. It's strong. Yes, you got to have respect for it, but it's not as strong as that stuff that'll burn through steel and shit like that. You know.
Yeah, but it's still just to neutralize it, so it doesn't keep the process going after you remove it from.
Oh yeah,
from the
yeah,
acid.
yeah.
You can
I guess
typically
it's a
rinse it in like a baking soda water mixture, or just sprinkle some of the
50-50
baking soda on
baking
it.
soda and water. Yeah, that's what I would think.
I had chili dogs, mac and cheese, and some potato chips for dinner. What's everybody else having?
I had my wife made a little roast beef and some mashed potatoes. Lots of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, because that's how you get mustard gas.
Ooh, buttermilk chicken and fries. I've had ever since I came back. It hit me the other day. I was sitting in the chair and I'm saying, "What do I want to eat? What do I want to eat?" I haven't had Chinese food in 2 weeks now. I'm gonna get probably tomorrow. I'm gonna get me a big thing of Chinese food.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I love it when I eat one of them big combination dinners with the egg roll and the fried rice and all that kind of stuff, and an hour later I'm still hungry.
I know I can usually devour like a whole
Oh yeah.
large container of like the sweet and sour chicken with a dipping sauce, and I'll just eat those. Dip, and eat.
I usually get one or two things. I get chicken chow mein, the combination dinner with all the rice and the egg roll, or I'll get General Tao's chicken with the combination dinner. You get an egg roll and the rice with that too. But they give you a lot.
David Vila wants to know, what time do we arrive at Joe's house?
What, for big Chinese dinner? Chinese takeout, my house. 2 hours. 2 hours.
Joe, if you're having Chinese food, man, make sure you order twice. Once because you're going to be hungry, the next because you're going to be hungry an hour later.
I know.
Or no, that's where you place an order with a guy that drops it off and be like, in an hour, bring the next order.
That works too.
Yeah. Never thought of that.
And then just pay him right away so he can drop it off and take off right away.
Oh, I got a whole bunch. This is just a sticker bag. This is just a sticker bag coming home from last week.
Yeah, I know. I got a stack like this myself of different stickers and stuff that we got from different people and pins, and
this is nice. I didn't take a look at this really close, This is going to go under the microscope tomorrow too. This is really nice.
Oh,
Yeah, my
that's-
wife saw that and immediately it was hers.
Wow.
But the banding in those are just phenomenal.
I think this it was colored though. I don't think it's natural like that.
No, those are dyed.
Yeah, they're dyed somehow, but they're nice anyway. Yeah, we'll
I've
put that
seen,
under the microscope. Take a look at it tomorrow.
I've seen over at Hip B, he gets these slabs from Rosie's gift shop there. They're stained slabs of quartz, and yeah.
Oh, so A406, Nick is moving up in the world, huh? Good to know somebody on the board. All right, let me see. Chris Golding, you can I'll put it in chat if you want my email. My email is on my about page, I believe, but I can put it in the chat. You can email me and I'll send you my address. And
Hey,
What's up,
Tin
Tim
Man?
Man?
let me put it in the chat over here. So
Wheelie, that's the same way that we do it because it has to link your YouTube account to your sign in to give you your name and stuff that you can put in. It's also because there's been incidences where we had people come on and do nasty things in other places, and it just helps prevent that because it'll be able to track back to that person. And that's just StreamYard's connection of having to be able to do that. That's just how it is.
As the Mandalorian would say, this is the way.
all right, Chris, I put it in there. It should be coming up there. Yeah. The Gold Eagle is just me. The address starts with the HD. That's my old Harley Davidson 75 Sportster.
Right, Wheelie?
So that must be that hidden mailing list.
Right? Yeah, there's actually a guy that I want to go check out for some vinyl decals here that I want to put on the vehicle. So, from what I seen online, his prices were pretty decent. So, I wanted to go check it out, see what they could do.
No, mine's not an HD shovel head. Mine's a HD iron head.
Two different things.
Two different things.
We got a guest.
Hey, man. You got me.
Hey,
What's
You
up?
got me, dude. You got my email. You got my login. You got all kinds of information, man.
No, that
Congratulations.
all stays on your end. I don't get any of that, but
Just playing. I'm just playing, dude. All right. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. It's really good to see. So how do you pronounce it? Is it Reg or Reg?
It's Reg.
Reg?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to be rude. A good old Gold Eagle sitting there, ready for the desert, man.
oh
If
yeah.
you want to be technical, my name is actually Regent.
What is it?
Regent.
Region?
Regent.
I'm
Regent.
not picking.
Regent.
Hold on. Say it one more time.
Regent.
Regent.
Yeah.
With an N and a T at the end. I got you.
Yeah.
So it's cool, man. You guys had a lot of fun out there, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Great time.
Right on. Yeah, I just want to pop in real quick because I only got a few minutes. So, are there any questions whatsoever? Joe, I don't want you getting sick from like acid overdose over there.
Oh, no. No, I was, where are they? I was taking, pieces like this. If I stick this, it's obviously got some, it's not clear quartz, but it's got some like
Staining.
orange in it.
Yeah,
That should be iron.
the iron. Yeah, it's probably iron.
So if I put this in that acid, it'll turn white.
I don't want to say it'll turn white because the iron could be sporadic throughout the quartz, so it could be inside the quartz.
Yeah.
So I mean, usually whenever people put in acid, like I did a short where I burned out. I think it was like a limestone mix with calcite, and that ate up a lot of that garbage. But the quartz, there's not going to be any luck, burning through quartz with muriatic. There's the only other acid there, and the only other acid you can use would destroy the gold, So
I'm not so much looking to get the gold out. I'll show you one quick rock that I got that I want to do. If I can find my box of rocks.
Yeah, more or less all the acid's really gonna do is clean the surface of the quartz. If it's in like the iron's embedded in there, the staining's still gonna be there. It's just gonna clean the surface of what you can see.
yeah, it's actually a kind of a weak acid unless you mix it with some other stuff, but it can still get you though. It'll eat away at I think it'll eat away at your clothes unless you got Dickies on or something, or maybe that's battery acid. Battery acid gets you. I don't know what the hell kind of acid that is, but
Isn't that hydrochloric?
is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I just don't like touching batteries because they usually get me.
Yeah, typically I take them to like a disposal place and they take care of it.
Yeah. No, I deal with muriatic a lot, but I know whenever you mix it, like you said, I think you said poison mustard gas or something like that. Yeah. You definitely don't want to breathe that in, man. That'll probably kill you.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be doing it outside, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I can't find.
Yeah, Oscar says battery acid is sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric.
Oh, okay, sulfuric, yeah. I'll be right back 1 second.
But anybody else got any questions?
Where is that fire?
I'll be watching the chat here to see if anything pops up.
Yeah, I got a question. What did I do with all my rocks?
They're right there, Joe.
Well, I know I'm gonna catch this later on too. I'm gonna watch the rest of it, but I got to do some stuff. But I just want to come on and say hi. Appreciate your live streams, dude. You're killing it. I think you're doing a great job having guests on too. Joe, I mean, actually, hopefully a lot of you guys come out here one day, maybe we'll get a train and just ship you on out.
That would be cool to try to get something set up where we could all come out that way one year. And
yes, for sure. Like a group effort or something,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Find a good spot, do a massive dig with everybody and see what we can recover for like a week or a weekend or whatever we can get out to, depending on what we're trying to do out there. We could have all sorts of fun.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. All right. Well, I just wanted to say I appreciate it. I'm going to catch the rest of it off this stream because I got some stuff I got to do, some chores, but see you guys later.
Thanks
All
for
right,
stopping by.
bye.
I gotta find my box of rocks too.
Yeah, I actually have like let's say about 15-20 pounds worth of like quartz vein that we went to like this one quartz dump from one of the mines and stuff like that, and it had what looked like really good mineralization and bugginess to the quartz theme itself. So I busted like the mica and everything off that was around the perimeter of that, because if you heard some of the history on the quartz veins and stuff that are running through there, I had to bring a sample home to try and crush up and see what I could find. So, so I brought like 15 to 20 pounds worth of that material home with me that I'm gonna do either a live stream or do a video on crushing it up and see what we can recover.
It's gonna kill me until I find them. Until I find those things. So I'll be right back.
We got Joe started. Where's my?
And odds are they're probably right in front of him too.
I got one right here.
Is that what just hit my window?
But yeah, this is a big chunk of jasper.
Nice.
And I mean, there's boulders the size of my streaming table here of jasper over where we're digging material out and getting gold out of. But there's like massive pieces of it.
Nice.
And this one's got like deep purples in pockets and stuff like that. It's like you can see like thin layers of like clear lines through it as well.
Yeah.
It's like that banded jasper, but it's also got like these dark pockets that look really cool. If we can get this faced, I think it's going to look even cooler inside.
Yeah.
Maybe something I can pass off to Josh when he comes out this way. And see maybe if he can do something for Joe with it. And man, it was a blast. We had so many people that actually showed up for the spring dirt fling, and then there was also a lot of people that weren't YouTube related that came out and joined us, learned how to pan, stopped by the panning station while we were up there, and came and hung out. And can't speak enough of the Miners Diner that they had down there. I mean, you could not beat the prices, you could not beat the food, and the amount of food that you got for what you paid was just mind blowing. I mean, just for like 2 biscuits and gravy, 3 scrambled eggs, 2 slices of bacon, and some toast was like $8.50.
Nice.
And I mean, it was like a plate like this size. Now you got plenty of food on.
Yeah. Hey, Cottonwood.
What's up, Cottonwood Trails? How you doing?
All right, I'm gonna have to go on a quest tomorrow morning to find that, because I know I got them around here somewhere.
Joe, ask your wife. Maybe she
He
moved
won't-
them on you to keep them safe.
No, she won't know. She don't touch Joe's rocks. That sounded bad.
Hey, maybe she's seen where he put them.
I found them.
See, I told you they were probably right in front of him.
They were right down here.
If they were marbles, he would have never found them.
Yeah. All right, this is what I wanted to. This is why I was asking.
But yeah,
I don't know
Willie
what-
said he would be watching this later because he had a few things to do, but I'm pretty sure he'll catch this and be able to tell you.
See, these are like quartz crystals, and they're terminated on the end. They call them, I hate to use the terminology, but they call them hillbilly teeth down there. And I was wondering if I put these in that acid, what it would do to them.
It would probably just clean up the surface, make them shine
Nope.
a little bit more.
I don't want to destroy them. That's why I wanted to do it with just regular quartz, before I did it with this. And I think I'd like to, maybe talk some more about it to somebody who knows, maybe Josh or Really Shiny knows kind of what he's talking about too. So, but before I do it, I'll ask. We're going to put those under the microscope too tomorrow. I got all kinds of stuff here. Interesting stuff. I'm not going to show you no more. We'll leave it for
before tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. And if you guys would like to check that out, make sure that you stop over at Joe's live stream at 7:30
Eastern Standard. That's 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. We'll be going on playing with the microscope.
Sub Toaster 406.
Toaster 406. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's cool.
Joe, you're showing off your rocks. Here's something that I got from Dan Hurd. It's called penolite.
Wow. Is that a quartz vein going through there?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, it looks like fingers spreading out everywhere.
Yeah. It's a mineral exclusively found out in BC.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some pattern it's got in there. Very nice. Nice.
Need to get myself a good lapidary saw so I can start slabbing stuff like this and working it.
Slice
Could you
off.
imagine the cabs that you can make with a piece where you slab it off where it's got part of the quartz vein and then like all that beautiful pattern in there, making a cab out of that?
Right? I need to get myself the lapidary gear. That's two of the main things that are missing from my shop. Lapidary saw and a polishing wheel.
Well, is there really much of a difference between a lapidary saw and a regular tile cutter?
Yes.
The size of the blade.
Exactly.
The size of the blade?
Yep.
The size of the blade and the type of material you can cut. With a tile saw, you're looking at a really thick blade, and anything you try to cut with that, you're only going to get so deep because your blade in your tile saw only comes up so far. Where if you have a proper lapidary saw, you're going to get that deeper cut.
Where like if we had to try and take this piece and cut it on a tile saw, you would have to cut so far in, then roll the piece and try and keep that line the same and cut through it. Where with the lapidary saw, like what he's talking about, you can put this into a clamp and then that blade will cut all the way through in one solid path.
Yeah.
And it's a much thinner blade, you say, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, but the diamond bits that are used for the blade are more aggressive than what you get on a tile saw.
Yeah.
I see. See, you learn something every day. You ask questions.
And then like the other stone, like the other wheels for like cabbing, they have different grits and grit patterns that they use for polishing the pieces down, shaping them, and all that other stuff. But you also have to keep a steady water flow on them. Otherwise, you can burn out the grindstones if you don't do that.
Rufotris has some good videos up on it.
But I mean, I've also seen people that use like Dremel tools and stuff like that to shape and polish up stones and stuff. You just use like ascending grits, depending on what you're doing and what you're working with, in order to shape and work the piece.
That's pretty much what I've done.
A longer process. But some of those pieces also turn out really cool because it has that extremely hand-worked skill and time taken into actually working and shaping the piece.
Detective Bull.
This is one
I'm
of the
glad
pieces,
you enjoyed your breakfast.
This is one of the pieces I made with my Dremel.
Oh, nice. Out of what? What is that?
There's quartz and then a host rock, all I did is drill the host rock, epoxy the quartz hard into it afterwards.
Oh,
And it's engraved with a couple initials because somebody requested it.
very nice.
I'm going to be putting a flower pattern on the front and then putting some quartz spikes coming out the sides.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always thought it would be cool to find some nice pieces of Uprolite and then shave them down into chess pieces and make like a whole chessboard out of it too. And then have like a UV board that you can play on.
Get yourself a Dremel and a diamond bit kit. That right there will cover all of your lapidary needs for basics. You may need to get the Dremel diamond blade just to get those precise fine cuts if you want detail, but
I just thought it would be cool to have a UV active chessboard that's made out of stone.
Absolutely.
And then because the different colors that you can get up here, you could actually make the different squares, the different chess pieces out of different colors that you get, because we have orange, green, and blue that we find here that'll glow under the UV lights.
Yeah.
Charlie, did you read what WK Prospecting put up there? She thinks it's like, yeah, I'll hop in the car and come down there.
Yeah, if I had the money and the time, I probably, but right now it's not gonna happen. I did my one trip for the year, and that's probably all I'm really gonna get. So.
Hello, Mary. I think in just about around that time somewhere, Jericho wanted to go north, and he might come through New York, stop here, and we might go up to Herkimer to dig for some diamonds, and then go into southern Vermont to do a little gold panning, and then he's going to continue on his way up northern New England, and I'm gonna come back to New York. So there he is now.
Hey, Jericho.
Right. He's walking the puppies.
We got 26 awesome people in here. Thank you for sticking around, hanging out with us while we just chit chat and gab. I had nothing planned for tonight. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, so I didn't have a chance to get anything put together. I still have a bunch of stuff that I have to get out of the vehicle and unpack. I got a bunch of stones that I got for the wife that she needs to go through and everything too yet. I have a buttload of cons to go through and a bunch of footage to start putting videos and everything like that together and start getting that put together and posting content. And yeah.
A lot of work. Yeah, I think before I do those cons, I'm going to look into that mini high banker that we were using and try and, because I can't. It's hard to pan all that stuff. You know, at least you can get it down to where it's workable.
See, that's typically where I would kind of do like the half-ass kind of like speed panning style, where you get it concentrated down to so much, and then you just dump it into another bucket and work most of the lights off, keeping it to where you start getting down to where you have a decent amount of heavies in the pan, and then just dump it off into a bucket and concentrate it that way, and then it's easier to go through the material later.
Well, maybe I can make some kind of deal with I put his name away now. Let me see. Ross down there in North Carolina Treasures, because he needed down there in North Carolina Treasures, because somebody's got their YouTube on. You got your YouTube.
You still got your YouTube going.
No sound.
I muted him.
No sound?
Oh.
Okay. Let's try it
It's
now.
going, gone. Hey guys, how's it going? Instant replay. Yeah. Oh, it was a fun time down there, guys. It was awesome meeting everybody. Not everybody. Everybody was able to make it down.
One piece, Josh. One piece.
It's all in one piece.
Everything's intact.
Good.
So I was just trying to. We were talking before about. I got to get probably peanuts in a big box and ship it out.
Yeah. But let me know if you need more money. I sent you shipping and money for the high bankers that I owed you. So
What did you sent me? You sent me 60, right?
Yeah, it was 50 for the high banker, and I figured 10 plus whatever for shipping.
It's probably going to be more for shipping because I'm going to insure it.
Yeah, and then you're probably going to get a box like this size.
Yeah, got to get a big box like that. Whatever it is, we'll straighten it out. No problem.
Yeah, I'll give you the rest.
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just worried about getting it there in one piece.
Send me some money. Okay, WK, I'll send you some money.
Mr. Gold Panning Dutchy, hey.
I'll send it to you right now.
Dutchy, what's happening? I see there's all kind. WK is looking to have another big get together. They're looking for a West Coast get together, a UP get together. Everybody wanted. It was well worth it. Whatever get together, it's well.
I want to try and get everybody over by where I typically like to hunt and.
Hey, Mikey.
What's up, Mikey J? And get everybody over there digging and having a good time. I mean, if we can get out there as long as we did with Spring Dirt Fling, I guarantee you we can walk away with some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
We're coming back out in July.
This is just loosing and panning. This isn't even including like dredges or anything like that because we can't use that here. So the spot that we would be going, it would be just you would be digging your material. But I guarantee you're walking away with some good gold.
Yeah, that's like it is here in Arizona at the Lynx Creek. You can only classify and pan. We classify into buckets and take them home at the end. And we process those buckets as we classify. And it goes pretty quick with the super sluice. That saved us when we were trying to pan out all the cons. But PA, I'm sure he's got a lot of gold in his cons that we gave him. Yeah, he probably lucked out real good. Yeah,
because we went through a lot of those cons really quick. We did get a bunch of gold out of it, but I guarantee you there was stuff that was missed.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Went over the edge. There's probably a bunch of flour in there yet. And I mean, we had like a big like storage tote, and there had to be like this much dirt in there yet that we were going to rerun through the sluice again, but we just didn't have enough time and we had to head out. So
yeah,
my black storage tote that I was using for my bucket sluice was filled to the brim with black sand.
Yeah,
unbelievable how much stuff was in there.
Yeah,
but you also got to look at what we ran and how much machinery and other stuff that we used, and which you guys are going to have to stick around and wait for because that content is coming.
Oh yeah,
but just the amount of material that we were able to move with the amount of people that we had, I think was absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, everything about it. Like being able to get the opportunity to run that big wash plant and everything else is just, it made it so easy. Everything was set up and just boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some food at the shack, and then all of a sudden, like, we're invited to this awesome potluck dinner. And
that was nice. I ate good that night.
Oh, yeah. And
we got invited into the club.
Yeah.
Okay. And normally outsiders are not invited into the club area, and we were invited and joined them for dinner. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so we just
family and staff.
Family,
the family and the staff, yeah.
It was cool. And we got to know them really well. And yeah, we're going to be back in July for sure on our way to visit you guys in Minnesota or Michigan. We're going to Michigan, then to Wisconsin and doing all that. But we'll have the RV and we'll go wherever we need to go. You don't really need money, we'll be in the RV cruising along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And like the spot where we want to go, like up in the UP for doing like the rock hunt and prospecting for gold, it's like 2.5 hours from the other place where
yeah,
we typically go.
yeah.
And
How's it going, Reg Lab? Is it Reg Lab?
It's Reg.
Oh.
Yes.
Reg. Yeah. So
Yeah.
figured. How's it going, brother?
Not too bad.
Haven't had a
not too
chance to talk to you up on panel.
bad. I've been
Good to see
around.
Yeah.
Reg is one of the best porn bot snipers around. I mean, he had to hang up his rifle since they've now seemed to disappear, but he's still got it sitting there polishing it for when they come back.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for that man right there, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel.
Right. Wow.
I got on a channel. I forget whose it was. What it was so back long ago, and I just said, "Hi, I'm new to this, and I don't know what's going on. I want to." And he came on and says, "Hi, Joe." Actually, I had my regular name up there, and he goes, "Hello, Joe. I subscribe to your channel." And I said, "What channel? I don't have a YouTube channel." He says, "You do now."
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy to welcome people into the community. You know, I've been doing
Yeah.
it now for almost 5 years. I started with Dan Hurd's channel. I've been moderating for him for 3 since he had his heart issues.
Oh wow.
And since then, I've been, trying to help out as many people as I can, as often as I can, between dealing with my kid and trying to get my business going. And yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah. When I started prospecting, I actually was prospecting before I was rock hounding, and it was Dan Hurd, Pioneer Polly, Ask Jeff Williams at thatjeffwilliams.com, and I was actually watching one of his videos here because there's a deposit and a caldera in this volcano around, Oatman, Arizona. And he's like, there's some few open claims there where the gold is in that zone. And so we're going to check it out. But yeah, man, that's awesome. That's really cool. Now, that was like 10 years ago. I was doing the prospecting, and then I got into the rock hounding, and that was something that I fell in love with just even more. So now we're detecting.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. Because you learn the geology after. Because you're like, oh man, I don't know what I'm getting into. Now learning the geology and going through all of that and where the fissures are and north to west, you got to know where it's at in order to find it. The
thing I like most about geology is every rock tells a story. You just got to look at the picture the right way.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the shout outs that I want to give for people helping us out with equipment and stuff, we got to shout out Ayou Miner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's where this come from.
Yeah.
That's exactly where this come from. Ayou Miner.
Yeah, I showed him my gold that I was getting when, the gold we split up on the high banker. And he's like, oh, bro, let me go get you a bucket. So then me and Joe just split another bucket. And he gave us a whole bucket of cons. And we got just as much gold from that as we got from the high banker.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, come down and do the 6-inch dredge if you want. And so Elijah was down there. WK was down there. Everybody was down there in that video I actually just released. And man, he hooked it up with that horseshoe tournament, Jericho and the what were we calling them? The boys,
the buffet lovers,
the buffet lovers or something. Yeah. And so Jericho didn't actually win. Him and his teammate won, and then they had to go to sudden death. And his teammate won, but gave it to Jericho, and Jericho gave it to everybody, and we all had fun panning it out. It was just awesome. And then he threw all those gems in on top, and he had to kiss the skunk.
We were sitting out by the fire. It had to be 12 o'clock, midnight, going on real late, and we're running out of wood, and we went scavenging around looking for little twigs here just to keep the fire going. And then all of a sudden, Ayou Minor.
Well,
Yeah,
WK said something. She's like, I'd be surprised if we don't have wood by the morning. And then go on.
yeah.
Then
Then
all of a sudden,
then he comes over out of nowhere. You see him, Ayou Minor. He's great guy, man. Very knowledgeable. Comes up with a wheelbarrow full of split wood, dumps it out for us. He says, "You got to keep warm."
dude,
Unbelievable. The
was-
man is very. I highly respect that guy. He did a lot for us.
yeah, that was awesome. Like WK just said, 5 minutes later, wood. And then like there was another time, the first time was like we saw him over by the shack and someone was gathering up a bunch of wood. And we're like, man, there must be some wood over there. After he leaves, we're gonna go get some wood. But he brought that barrel over and dumped it there. It was like
he was reading
we're
our
gonna go
minds.
steal some wood over there.
Yeah. He was
And he
reading
brought
our
it all
minds.
to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was awesome. I can't wait to take Casey and the kids and the family out there. They're going to be just like running wild, having a blast. I can't wait to do it again. So if anybody's going to be making it out to North Carolina in July, we're going to be there. I think WK is going to be there. PA's already got his spot reserved. We're getting our spot reserved right next to PA, hopefully. So, yeah, full hookups for $35 a night. If you don't have no hookups or anything like that, you still have water and electricity for $25 a night. So it's like no brainer, cheap, good food. It's like you're treated like family the day you get there, and the day you leave, they can't wait to see you come back, and they're going to miss you, It's really like family. It's amazing. But yeah, it was great. Everything about it was great.
Yeah, like that day that we were all packing up and getting ready to leave, it's like I'm standing there by the creek like, man, I don't want to go.
Oh, I could have just stayed there forever.
Yeah, I know.
But now we have our RV, so we're going to be staying all over everywhere, probably every year. Going to do the summer, because we can't be here in Arizona in the summer. It's like you don't want to be where you're at in the winter at all. So we're going to like snowbird it, but travel. We won't have like one destination, but hopefully here in the near future, we're expanding our homestead editions because we have 2 homesteads now. And with seeing the Lucky Strike, I'm like, man, all we need to do is get a big property we can live on and a big property where we can mine and set it up, and Bob's your uncle. So it's just that next level. We're going to be there soon, and I'm going to invite the Treasure fam to come along and be a part of it. It's going to be awesome.
That would be cool to be able to invest in some of it to help out, get the mine set up.
I think by the end of the year, it won't cost any of the Treasure fam anything to come. It'll be paid for. It'll be taken care of. I believe in that by faith. I already have it in the works behind the scenes. I've been kind of keeping it quiet, but that's what's coming up next. I have some homesteading friends. The Lucky Strike just kind of solidified more ideas and more better improvements that I can make on the homesteads I have now and in the homesteads I build in the future. And then partnering in with other friends that are doing homesteads. I have they just moved from Phoenix to Idaho, and they're clear cutting their whole property and using all the wood they're cutting down to build the cabin they have, out there in the woods. So it's going to be awesome.
Well, that's the way to do it.
So we'll be able to go all over the country, hopefully. Oh, yeah. Mona, how's it going, Mona? I still
Mona,
have your geodes. I haven't finished them.
Mona, there's a video of Jericho kissing the skunk butt.
Oh, yeah. That was funny. That was right after the horseshoe tournament with the owner, Doug, of Lucky Strike. It was funny.
Yeah, he's up there in age, and he was throwing some nice shoes there.
Oh, yeah. He was doing better than the most of us.
What was his name? Mr. They call
Doug.
him Mr. Clinton. Doug.
Doug, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, Joey.
Josh,
Not
I
yet.
was going to ask you, Josh.
Yeah.
Those remember those things like we found that Ayou miner gave us in that bucket. These are those crystals.
Yeah.
If I put these in muriatic acid, what would it do?
Unless there's calcite on it, it wouldn't do much of nothing. I would just take a toothbrush, like an old toothbrush, and give it a little scrub, and that's about as best you're gonna get on that.
What? Just soap and water, not acid.
Yeah, yeah, no acid, no chemicals, no, just soap and water. It'd be fine.
Right.
Usually
'Cause I
that's
don't
the
wanna
best you're gonna
destroy 'em.
get out of it, because it has to be like perfect quality within the formation when it's created. But the terminations, there was some good crystals that were pretty well terminated.
Yeah, they are. I got terminations on 2 of them.
Yeah, those are some nice little clusters. He hooked it up. That was awesome. And then Scott Sharp gave me a couple big garnets. I'm going to take those on the saw and polish them up, get that outside crust off of them, and hopefully turn it into a ruby, because they're like brilliant ruby red, but you can't tell right now.
If I sent you mine, could you clean it up?
The garnets he gave you?
No, this is I don't know where I got this from, but it's a garnet, I believe. And if I sent it to you, you could clean it all up like that, make it look like a ruby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
I might send it in the package with
Oh, cool.
all right. See
Yeah,
what you can do with it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I can put the facets on it and cut it, and hopefully it'll just turn. It'll any kind of fractures or cracks that it might already have. But I'll cut it into it and see if there is any. There might not be any, so it'll just get that rough edge off, and then I'll polish it smooth, and it should turn out like a ruby.
Nice.
The one that Scott Sharp gave me, it was already terminated. That one was probably tumbled down the river, and it, got the edges off of it, but it's not hard to finish and fix. You just have to get the right angles and, create that prismatic effect, because that's how you get the diamonds to shine like that. They're faceted on a degree all the way around, whichever type of cut you decide to cut it with. And
then each one of those cuts reflect light into a different cut to make
to
the
that
fire
center point. Yeah. And then you got all the ones around that you look down that top window and it releases the light differently. It's pretty cool. But they have these facet machines that you put on, and it just goes 1 degree click, 1 degree click, and you do it all the way around. You just put it down there, and it just takes one facet and then replicates it over and over.
Oh.
So there's certain machines that you go through to get the type of effects that you're looking for, and then certain cuts you have to read it. They have a diagram and a book that goes with it for all the degrees and angles. It's really neat. So far right now, I've been just naturally faceting and not paying any attention to that because I'm not to that level yet, but I'm working on it. It's a lot harder, saying it.
Yeah,
But it's
Scott
better to
Shaw
play around
was
with stuff that isn't gonna cost you a lot of money to mess up, and figure out how it actually works and play around with it so you can get the knowledge on how to use it correctly. And then as you're working with better and better materials, you'll improve your skills as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Scott Sharp said he wants to see those garnets when you're done with them, man.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait. I'll definitely have to show you. And if I'm probably already going to have them done by the time I come back out there, if you're going to be back in North Carolina, and I'll show you in person. That'd be cool.
Yeah, right.
I got like a little vial of garnets. that are just
That was really nice, that
just
vial
simple.
of garnish you had.
Yeah. I think I might have it here. I did a little. I did my super sluice pan with everybody's stickers in there, and all the things that I got down there. I had Carolina Prospectors, WK, Badgers, Scars, PA, AU Guys, Joe Eagle. I did a little thing for coining around. You got internal compass, Scott Sharp, the Lucky Strike, inside window.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty cool.
I got my whole baggie full.
Oh yeah. And then I got that awesome, nice case, the same one you got.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 2 of those. I couldn't pass those up.
Right. See if I can get this garnet. Nope, my shirt's gonna be. But yeah, you can see it.
Those are some
yeah.
decent
They're all
sized
red
cards.
garnet. Yeah. And then my little bits of gold. Just got a little bit in there.
What about Garnet?
Just a sample.
Oh, look at
that's
that.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
all from the Similkameen and Fraser River in BC.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've seen Dan Hurd down there at the Fraser River, doing he just shake down the pan, then flip it over, and all the garnets are on the top.
That was 1 day's worth of panning the Similkameen and Fraser.
Right. Wow. That's awesome.
Dutchy, your box should be on the way. I dropped off all my stuff with Jericho. He should be sending it out soon.
Same here.
WK, tell Walter we say hello and good night as well.
Hey.
Little bits of gold.
Yeah, we'll probably hang out for like the next 15 minutes and then we'll call it a night. Get our average of an hour and a half in. If we had more going on and a lot more stuff going on, we probably would stay on longer. But for tonight, we're just going to run the hour and a half and call it a night. And we'll see everybody over at Joe's tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Heck
Yeah, we're going to set up the microscope. We got a whole bunch of good stuff that we can put under there. Take a look at. I can't wait.
Yeah, that was the first day I was there at the Lucky Strike.
Oh, that was the bucket, right?
Yeah, the first bucket.
$15 bucket.
Yeah.
$15 bucket. About a gram. A couple little nugs.
I've only got 1 piece of gold left right now because I sold mine to get, a decent computer. But this is the first nugget I ever got, and it was from Muller Prospecting.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, that's
nice.
awesome. I have yet to get a nice big nuggie, but I'm going to go get one. I'm pretty sure I'm getting a big nugget here soon.
No offense, but that nugget looks like it's flipping the bird.
That's exactly what it looks like. I keep it as a reminder. The gold's telling me to go F myself for finding. It encourages me to find more.
Right?
And it brings me luck.
Now. We're getting ready to get a Manicore Mine Lab Manicore detector here soon in the next couple weeks, however long it takes to get here.
You're gonna be finding
that thing.
Have a good night, Joey.
I mean that Manicore that can find stuff as small as like my Wisconsin Nuggets.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know like the Equinox 800 and 900 are just as good, or the Vanquish 540 for the price. But if I'm going
to find pieces that small.
Yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
Nice. AAP.
That's awesome. But yeah, I guess it's in no comparison to the the Manicore, I guess. The Manicore is just like the best you can get, top of the line on the market. So, like, might as well start out with the best. They're probably going to come out with something better.
What's up, AAP?
Is that even better than the Mind Lab, the one that Nick was using yesterday?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
His is the 800. They have a 900 as well. And then he's got the sniper coil and all that on there. So, like, with the 800, with the sniper coil and all the extra additions that he has, it's about the same price. But the Manicore is better all on its own. So, and then they're on Manicore, you can't get them. We found a local guy here in Arizona that has a few. We're
It
gonna
picks
try.
up pieces that small. I'm sold on the Manicore. It's just I don't have the funds to get one. But if I
Right.
could, I would, because it would help me find more pieces like this here. You know what I mean?
Right. What's cool is you can find a concentration on that Manicore, and it'll actually show you the shape of what it is. So if it is a coin, it'll show you that it's a coin.
Oh, wow.
And if it's a pull tab, it'll show you that it's a pull tab. You'll be able to make it out and see it. If it's a bullet, if it's whatever, you could be able to see it that way. So that's like the added feature that it didn't have before. But that Equinox series is, in comparison, like the Vanquish 540 is just the more economical way to go, but it's just as good of a detector, just doesn't have the extra bells and whistles, you know. But that's like, you know it's a nugget. It's going to be, you know, it might show a few different targets in there, and it could be just a little pocket of nuggets. Who knows?
AAP.
But it's waterproof, all that, so you don't have to worry about it.
See, that's what Brad Welch was saying there. He needs a waterproof gold monster that can go down about 10 meters or so.
Right.
Because I think he's got some deep pockets that he's exploring and trying to get to. It's just most equipment don't really like to work that deep or that wet.
Yeah, it's for here in Arizona too. You got a lot of hot rock zones, so the discrimination's better on that as well. It's going to help, you know, not be such
eliminate that iron signal that you can get rid of.
Yeah, so you won't be picking up on all the hot rocks, but be able to pick up on the gold, because that's oftentimes what happens is you get out there, you get to swinging, and you're just picking up hot rocks all day, false signals, trash, BBs, whatever. And this way it'll actually just tell you.
At the same time, Josh, you kind of have to go through all those signals and trash to clean up the area.
Yep.
Let it settle and then come back.
Yeah, and it helps you determine, like, you know, the different signals that you're hearing on what you can hear as trash and what you can hear as a really good signal. And you just kind of start recognizing that in your ear too. Yep. So it helps, you know, like almost kind of like that. Just dig it all. And then what you come home with, what you clean up out, you know, out of the environment, the better off everything is.
You know, all this metal detector talk makes me miss my AT Pro. I had it not even 6 months before somebody stole it.
Oh, man.
They broke into my house. They took only the detector. They left my vial of 10 grams of gold sitting right beside where it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some criminals are just window lickers.
Yeah. Well, whoever it was, they knew what they were looking for, and they grabbed exactly what they wanted and got out as quick as they could.
Man.
So, odds are it's somebody in my neighborhood that was watching me at the school across the street.
Yeah.
See, like here, there's always somebody home. Always.
Yeah.
I'm a single father, so.
Pinpointers. I don't know too much about pinpointers. I just
Scars was telling me that you want the Garrett
Garrett
2. The orange Garrett Pro Pointer 2 has been, like, in comparison to other ones, it it has a better accuracy and has better depth. You can actually get, if it's a little, deeper, you can get a little bit further and it's a little more accurate.
Very expensive though, aren't they?
No, they're not too bad. On the newer ones that they have,
Jack, on you from YouTube.
he's like, uno momento, por favor.
He's trying to get his headset in.
Yeah. Over there with Silver Scorpion making all those pours, doing gold pans, mini gold pans, and shark teeth and shells.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Get any more burns today?
No, we're at Secret Location X on our way to Secret Location YZ.
Ooh.
We're going to be doing some. I got to shut this bright ass light off. But we're at a super awesome hotel. Gonna go do some beach explorating. Gonna go see the beach for the first time in my life.
You gonna jump in the Atlantic?
Yep, and then I'm gonna do some 720 full globe filming inside of a battleship. Get to do a full tour of a battleship in North Carolina, and that's gonna be awesome.
Where's that located in North Carolina?
Later, DC.
Have a good one, DC.
Good night, DC.
Later, DC. There's gold there. There's pirate treasure.
Pirate treasure.
Hey, you guys.
That's right.
Hey, you guys. Any caves to explore with hidden ships in the cave?
Potentially.
Gems and rubies.
Jericho, if you find treasure, I want to see the truffle shuffle.
Yep.
Hey, anything's possible.
Because I'll tell you right now, his truffle shuffle is better than mine.
That's right. My truffle shuffle is on the onlyfeet.com.
Well,
or OnlyPans, is that it?
I'll be right back.
Silver Scorpion will be here shortly. He's got to head down to find his lip dip. He's having stressors. So, Joe, I have to say, I heard you talking about heading up to get some Herkimers and going to the Vermont to the GPAA and do some panning. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah. We got to do some scouting in southern Vermont there.
Yep. Zeus. Come here.
But yet, we're getting down to the pointy end of the night. We're going to be calling it here pretty soon. We've got 2 minutes to the end of the night. We still got 22 awesome people in here. Please remember to smash that thumbs up, share this out.
Scott
Make
Sharp.
sure everybody gets to see it. Everybody gets to see this. And
you can't go nowhere yet, Charlie. I got my 4 questions. So, Charlie, what was your favorite part of the Spring Dirt Fling? Was it the NC Treasure Hunters camp? First of all, which location was your favorite? Because you have to pick one. Was it the Dredge or Lucky Strike? For historical purposes, you have to pick one.
That's a tough question, man.
yeah, that's like a really hard question, man, because both places have like really awesome stuff that comes along with it.
Yep. All right. What's your favorite part about North Carolina Treasure Hunters Campground besides the Dredge?
Being able to get in there and prospect and find some really awesome pieces of gold.
All right. Now, besides Mr. Doug and Miss Liz, what's your favorite part about Lucky Strike?
The rest of the staff, the miners' diner that kept me well fed the whole time we were there. The location of Vane Mountain and the history that they had there. I can go on and on and on. I mean, that's why I have a total of 12 videos just from this one trip that I have to work through. because there was just so much cool content that I couldn't pass it up.
All right. So now, would you recommend that anyone take another, if so, because I have other adventures for across the country, would you say go on Jericho's trips?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
It's totally worth the time, and for what it costs to attend the dig and everything like that, that is just to cover the cost of the campsites and the equipment that we were renting to use while we were there. That is what you're paying for.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
it's expensive, but you get a lot of gold, you get a lot of experience, and that's what people don't understand. That fuel, equipment, that stuff's not cheap, and there was a lot
Okay.
of back talk about that.
Just that big, huge wash plant that we were running, okay? We got to run for 2 hours. 2 hours, we ran 5 loads of dirt.
Six
Six loads of dirt. Sorry, my correction. 6 loads of dirt, and we got 2 grams of gold. And not all uniformed one-size pieces of gold. I mean, this was pickers and then flour.
nuggets.
Wiry pieces and all this other stuff that came out of this material.
They
that
said
was
we
dug up and brought up to the water
approximately
plant.
6,000 gallons of water.
We use 6,000 gallons of water.
Approximately, yes, to run that plant.
Wow. You know, the water is the key to that plant.
Yes.
And the guy who runs the water is the key to that plant.
That guy Joe right there. That's why I
And
put
guess
you in
who
charge.
was running the water?
That's why I put you in charge of the water, Joe.
And then me and Jericho were, when Joe was getting ready to let those bigger rocks roll and come through that up to the shaker deck, me and Jericho were there catching those bigger rocks and throwing them out. And there was a few times that Jericho's like, "Hey, let some come my way."
Yeah. Charlie's just grabbing them
I'm like-
3, 4 at a time. I'm like, hey, can I have one? But now, what was besides the gold prospecting, what was your favorite part about, like, did you like the tour, the trek, or did you like the history? Like, what part of the history thing did you like that Doug did?
Being able to go up to where the stamp mill was and where they processed the ore and the material that was brought out from the mountain, going up to be able to check out the entrance of the mines. Of course, we weren't able to actually go into the mine because the mine was flooded pretty much right up to the edge of the entrance. And it's like, what was it? Like, you go back about 20 some feet and then there's like an 80-foot drop and it's like completely submerged.
Isn't that awesome?
We were able to see the veins that they were chasing along the front entrance of the mine itself. We got to go check out a quartz dump from one of the mines where they were bringing material and dumping it out to process and go through. We were finding some really awesome points and other cool quartz crystals in that location. We were there until like 3 o'clock in the morning the one night,
Find your child.
like digging through a crystal pile. And then after that, we went back to the campsite, pretty much crashed out, and then went back and started processing all the dirt and material that we ran and started getting that gone through. It was a lot of stuff going on in a short amount of time. It seemed like that week that went.
It flew by. So, and that's why I talked to the Fishers today, and I gave him the dates. He's excited. He said to let you know that he is having a full dump truck delivered the day before, the 11th,
Okay.
at 5 p.m.
What fossils?
Yes. And it will be tarped the 11th. No one will touch it. It is only for Spring Dirt Fling members. It is ours. It will
Oh,
be
wow.
spread out for us.
Yeah. We were like me, Elijah, and Joe were all sitting in one spot, and we were finding like shark tooth after shark tooth after shark tooth after shark tooth. And I mean, there's all this like brain coral that they had there as well. And I mean, it's not just like one species of shark tooth you're finding either. You're finding like makos, you're
7.
finding tiger, you're finding megalodon, and all sorts of different shark teeth. And they were really cool. And I mean, they had some 3D printed ones. And there was a moment where Jericho played a prank on Elijah, and he's like, "Hey, I need to record my intro. Can you come over and get this?" And he like buried that 3D printed megalodon tooth.
What
And,
about brain coral?
and he was getting ready to like, okay, he was going through it with Elijah, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna like take the rake and I'm gonna dig through the dirt and see if we find anything. Just kind of like showing me and then be like, okay, we're gonna dig the dirt and then come in and look down at what we're doing. And as he's doing that, Jericho uncovers this 3D printed megalodon tooth. And Elijah just about falls back and goes, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" Gets in there real quick, and then he pulls it out and then looks at it and sees that the backside is like completely flat, and then you can see like the print marks from the 3D printing. And it's like, you guys did not.
I played so many pranks on Elijah. It was amazing. What's up, Just Be Cool?
Hey,
Wheelie
Just Be
Shiny
Cool.
Gold. I do. Shoot me an email, or I'll shoot you an email with it. Yes, sir.
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Yeah, so I set next year's dates for 4/12 to 4/21, and we're looking at about 750 total for across both places.
Yeah, that would pay for like camp and everything like that, right?
I think so. That's the
What are you guys
estimate.
doing over there?
We have to get the numbers, but I think
Yeah,
so.
but it also depends on the size of the party and stuff like that. That's why we're
Yep.
that's why
If
we're
we can-
estimating it right now at that cost.
if we can
trying
max out, yes.
trying to get it there. We have a specific number that we're trying to reach. If we reach that goal, then we will be able to figure out a better pricing on it once we know exactly what it's going to cost, because we have to work with both of the places that we're going to get it all set up. And that's why it's that price range, because it has to cover the 2 locations for what we're doing, the equipment that we're using, and
But we're gonna have more than. Well, I think we'll end up having 3 dredges, 2 dredge high banker combos, 3 high bankers.
later, Brad.
There's going to be like 17 sluices, so people don't have to bring stuff if they're flying. There's going to be stuff for people to use at every place.
But of course, those that want to bring their own equipment are more than welcome to bring their own equipment, set it up, and use it. If your equipment will not work in the location that we're working at, depending on water flow and how things are running, we'll help you set up with some of the other equipment, get in with somebody to help them run their equipment or something like that. That way everybody's getting a chance to dig, everybody's walking away with a little bit of shiny and having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Ain't that right, Jericho?
Always a good time. And if we play horseshoes again, I'm sorry, y'all, but
Yeah.
now instead of one eye,
That
I'm
guy
dead
over
eye.
there, apparently none of us knew Jericho was a ringer when it came to freaking horseshoes.
I didn't even know, because until I got my bifocals, I had never gotten a ringer or a leaner. I've gotten a couple random accidental bounce in points, but I've never, ever gotten any win. I've never won at a horseshoe game in my life.
I have
But
And
he
I
was
killed
like,
him.
in years.
ding, ding, ringer. They're like,
3 ringers
I
in a
have no
row.
depth perception.
I have none. I only got one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, one eye over there.
Killing it.
Kill. That's funny.
Well, you just got to practice there, Kate. Just practice.
Yeah.
That's
And
all you got to do.
WK said they will try not to kill somebody.
Thanks to
Okay,
Scott, no one was injured. Besides
Better
Scott.
Hero,
Arch.
Scott Sharp Adventures. How's your hand doing?
Yeah. And Scott Sharp Adventures, thank you for not letting WK kill someone.
Better horseshoes than lawn darts.
She's gonna be like, "Shut up! Come on, guys."
Cottonwood Trail says we got to hide Jericho's glasses next time. No, it's all Kate. It's all all right, Kate. We're just poking fun. We're just reminiscing, going over the stuff that happened. Everybody on YouTube likes to hear those stories.
The sideline is going to be extended out much further.
Kate was using horseshoes for one that were too heavy for her to toss. For two, it hooked her thumb when she went to go release, and it made it go wild.
Yeah.
All right, it almost hit Walter in the head, and almost hit Jericho's wife in the head. But Scott Sharp was fast with his hands and caught that horseshoe right out of the air.
Like laser grabbed it.
But the downside to it is he did split his hand open when he grabbed the horseshoe.
Like that far and about that deep. Right to the white meat.
Yeah.
But
So what you're saying is don't take WK magnet fishing.
Oh, she's good magnet fishing.
she's good magnet
Attached
fishing.
to a rope.
Oh,
That she can throw, huh?
Oh yeah, because it's attached to a rope.
she's gonna have to bring her own set that she can throw.
It's all right, man.
So heavy.
Who patched him up? Who patched up Scott's hand?
I believe it was PA and Scott.
Yeah.
They went
Went back over by his campsite. They had a first aid kit and everything over there, which I'm really glad because there was like 4 or 5 different first aid kits on site just in case if something happened or anybody needed it. We were all prepared. We had no run-ins with
And I'm Scorpion 2 today. See that? I got the Silver Scorpion shirt on. And we're going to Wilmington, North Carolina. Scrapping with Grandpa. And to go to the battleship. What's it called?
Is it a sub or a battleship?
Battleship.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
We can't remember the name of it.
So look for that video.
Yes, just look for that video. It's going to be a 720 VR or movable with your finger, or you turn your phone and you'll be able to see everywhere in the ship, up and down.
Yeah, it'll be 360 panoramic recording.
Nice.
I do believe you got some of that type of footage for the Spring Dirt Fling, didn't you?
I've got several drone and 360 videos and 720 videos for Lucky Strike and for the dredge, inside the dredge, and for North Carolina Treasure Hunter Campground.
Yeah, when you went into the Frankensluice.
And for Frankensluice as well. This jobby right here,
Yeah.
this thing. People look at you funny when you're carrying it. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got even 2 little gyroscopic lenses where the cameras
When you
are.
move it, the
when you
cameras
move it,
move.
the cameras automatically adjust and move to how you're holding the stick.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I walked through the lane for it.
It's like a gyroscope.
But we did find out that that camera does not like to work in warm temperatures.
Yes, the camera does not like it when it's 155 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that hot. It was only like 87 degrees. But...
It was warm.
Yeah.
And then it got cold overnight. Like that first
and
night we
then
were
it
there,
rained.
we could literally make snowballs off the frost that was on the tent.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
But after that, the nights started getting a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about doing the snare thing behind you and wave at them as it went by.
But we're going to be calling it a night. We're going to go ahead backstage and do our safety meetings and debrief. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. And remember to drop that thumbs up, ring the bell so you get notified for the next live stream and the videos that are coming up. And if you haven't, share me out. Let everybody know what we're doing, what's going on, and where we're heading with everything #TreasureFan.
That's right.
Yeah, and if you ain't got nothing to do tomorrow night, stop by 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll be going live. We're going to be putting some of the stuff that we gathered from the spring dirt fling under the
closer
microscope
look.
and checking it out.
I will not be doing my auction tomorrow night, Joe, because I forgot we're going on the road. So I'm gonna. It'll either be Sunday or Monday when I do my North Carolina Treasure Hunters fossil silver auction, and the silver and the fossils go together. I forgot to point that out the other day, and it's up to 60 right now. But with the price of silver, it should be at 100 just for the weight.
All right.
Just for the weight of the items, it should be at 100. So
You're getting away.
the pan has a winky on it, so we're gonna put up a poll to vote. Do you want the Frankenbeans left on the pan? Check out my community tab. Do you want me to leave the Frankenbeans on there, or you want it buffed out? I think it looks hilarious with the accidental Frankenbeans. But if you want it buffed out, let me know. And
He says it's accidental, but it's to scale.
no, it's from that pan, from the North Carolina Treasure Hunter Campground. It's from the texturing on that pan. It's on that green pan they gave me.
Yeah, I know. I was being a smart ass there.
But it is to scale. It's kind of funny. Charlie just had his stuff on it, and it just put right on there. It's kind of hilarious. It's got a winky. What's up, Graveyard? But yeah,
How you doing, Graveyard?
everyone have a wonderful night, and we will see you Friday on the road, because I'm going to call into Joe's from Scorpion's phone, because mine still don't work.
Oh. We'll be looking for you tomorrow night.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Here comes that outro. And then
Beans and wieners.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.
Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow.
Hot dogs and beans.
laters, everybody.